Darling, 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 there's no need to worry. It's just a couple things.
So 4 tables, 4 sessions, 4 in 10 minutes and everything. Who wants to be a table coordinator? So practically the table coordinator should only facilitate, introduce themselves, introduce the thematic, and also after the first 10 minutes, when the other will change the table, he has to stay there, so he will not move. After the first 10 minutes, they will find another place, After another 10 minutes, they will go to another table, and after the 4th session, everybody would go to all the tables. That's the importance of the World Cup, that he can contribute to all the discussions. And we will use this one in the last day to write our projects, which is after the first session. Okay, we will have 4 tables, we are talking 10 minutes, then the facilitator stays, and all the other participants are spreading to the other 3 tables. After the first session, they will go to different tables, and the facilitator will use the first minute to make a summary to the newcomers about what was the discussion, and then they will continue. We need 4 team leaders, and the first one is Alvaro. Good, beautiful. The second one is Giovanni. Okay, the third one is Michele. And the fourth one is Nuro. Thank you. Thank you guys. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So, team number 1 will stay here, team number 2 will go there, team number 3 will go there, and team number 4 there.
And in the chicken making.
And yeah, fireworks.
Okay.
You can put this sign so it's bigger than what is offered.
The argument typically is if at university you just teach them.
And you educate learners media literacy, and also artificial intelligence.
All of these other are pretty much qualitative skills, right? So language, communication.
Language skills and competence and speaking competencies. They are little skills.
Say that again. Language and speaking.
I didn't see. Okay, sorry.
The project that you mentioned that we're working
So we try to discuss about the structure of the project, the involvement of the youth in the decision making, and also the skills of a facilitator and the importance of dissemination. First, we discussed about the first thing we hit, the first thing that the skills we want to take to the youth. So we have personal development, treat the responsibility, raise the awareness, mental health, also independence, and years to 8 it was a project, a really nice project that we had in our city. About it, we had a lot of activity, it was nice. We talked also about the involvement of the youth in politics. We think about like lowering the voting age, because a youth should be able to vote at least, and change, make youth change. Okay, I don't know what I wrote that. Sorry. And close politics, stop not treating youth equally, and flexible voting center, because somebody told me that she couldn't vote because she couldn't arrive at the voting center. It was a mess. So we need more of it. The dissemination. In our point of view, it's very important, because even though you do a great project and nobody knows about that, you didn't do nothing, because you need to raise awareness in the same way. Use virtual tools. As you mentioned, So we don't use paper anymore, you can use some virtual projectors, some things. And sharing the personal story. This is a very useful method because if you put yourself in front of him, if you say your story, it hits more. Also the skills of the facilitator, it needs to be open-minded, motivating, and also he needs to share the personal story, good listener, and adapt his speech level, because you also need to adapt that. And last but not least, the most important, non-formal education. So this was the thing that all the table mentioned, non-formal education. This is the most important thing when talking to a youth and trying to make him feeling involved. And I think this is all.
Bravo Giovanni! I want to see also you, know? So hello guys.
Programs.
We have testing competencies. Why we need competencies? Because, as someone said before, the jobs are evolving from the technology that we are creating. Even after the pandemic, as Florin said, a lot of people lost their job during the pandemic. So they needed to find something else, maybe create something online, an e-commerce, or whatever. So you need more competencies in order to be able to be like not professional, but to have experience or at least some kind of competencies in different ambiti. Giovanni?
Cosa?
Dimmelo
in italiano.
Ambiti.
Environment.
Environment, yeah, we can say that. Skills. So we have a lot of competencies. I'm not gonna read them all. I just read the most important, like digital competencies, communication competencies, writing and public speaking, language competencies. These are the most important with others, because they are, for example, also in the Youth Pass. You know the Youth Pass? Well, for the one that have the first project here, no? But you will see. There are 7 main competencies. 3 of them are here. Then we have networking, you know, creating blah blah blah. Self-learning. Open-minded, of course, very good. Then problem solving, managementing, because we were discussing with the third group, I think. With management you can include more or less everything. Because when you need to take care of something, an activity, whatever, you need skills to do it. Then, okay, flexibility, very good. Time management. Well, we wrote also empathy, creativity. Some don't agree that they are competencies, some yes. It's okay, but they are important in daily life, you know. Then decision making, leadership, socializing, creating the network. So that's it, guys.
You had the project.
Topics in 3 years. Our group, the simple way to show this is about practical topics, not the big themes, and the politics that are offered instead, politics that are offered the needs of the youth. It's as simple as that. To combine the needs with a practical way and to get results. So the specific topics I mentioned, the new ones like mental health. It's in nowadays basically because of COVID and some problems we have in nowadays. Mental health is a big thing because it's taboo in some countries and not well understood, I think. And other topic I can talk is about media literacy and artificial intelligence, because in nowadays they have a huge impact and most of people didn't literacy of digital and media have a big impact in our lives and our lifestyle. In the second part, we put some examples that projects are in the practice, and I will talk about one. It's learning to work. So this project, the youth can learning by practice. They choose the area, they practice, and they get certification, and they get practical skills. They know how to do. They have the knowledge in the practice way. Some opinions I took in third group. It's about the concept of generations related to these topics. It's sometimes the grandparents and parents have a different view, and they want to impose that view on the children. So they don't have the space to talk about their own vision. And they also don't have the space to taste for ours for himself, like to make mistakes and try and discover his own way. And to end, I would like to make a revelation about these topics. Only can do by qualification of the people and competencies, and also the people have to have courage to put in the practice and talk about it. And that's it.
People can use the phone, and if you analyze the best information for digital, we can raising awareness, because the topics are discussed here. The youth people know to recycle and know to the youth people have information to recycle and how to recycle the different trash, how to reduce the water he have consumed in the day. But the problem is in the other level. The young people have the same information, but the problem is the young people come to home and explain to parents, why you don't recycle, and the problem because depending the parents' minds, if you open mind of parents is good, and the young kids can change the mind of parents. But in most parts of the world, the parents have the mind closed, is not good, and the child say, if my parents not recycling, why me recycling too? It's not interrelated. So the most important is raising awareness the people around you. So quanto mais as pessoas estiverem informadas,
More the people get informed.
Can change better the only implementing, yeah. And I can read good ideas. For example, Erasmus without paper can be one of the solutions to reduce the consume of paper. To turn
So green and digital.
and combine the green to the digital. You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to debate this. So difficult to me, but I hope the information.
Applause.
Another good idea is the campus without smoking. The PBA,
Cigarette butts.
the cigarette butt is so
Polluting?
polluting, problematic for environment. It creates space zone species for the smokers is good because it's more easy. I'm smoking. Oh no trash. Put in the drum. It's not good and creates the smart lead. Other big discussion we have with athletes is the child learn to reduce water and feel in the bathroom and
Brushing teeth.
but it's a small thing in the world because is the use water is 5%.
Can I jump in? May I add?
Yeah.
I love it when children try to recycle, reduce the water, turn off the faucets while brushing their teeth, tell their parents to use the dishwasher because it uses less. The biggest problem though is that water used in the house is something like 10 to 15% of the total water usage. So even if you reduce it by 50%, huge difference, right? Agriculture uses more than 70% of the water. And if you could even improve water usage in agriculture by 10%, we're talking about a huge difference in water usage, in efficiency. So if you're limited resources, you're going to use them, maybe focusing on where the problems are the biggest. Okay. Having said that, focusing on the children, on the youth, I think has a secondary benefit. So that 1.5% might not be very big, but it gets them thinking about recycling, about world problems. So that is another benefit. But just from an efficiency point of view, find the biggest problem, focus your energy on most of your investment on that. My undergraduate is economics. We tend to look at it from an efficiency point of view. But from the child and the environment and the thinking, you make sense as well.
So for me, it's easy to put the ideas or the problems in the paper, but the most important is practicate. For practicate, we are creating solutions. For example, in Portugal, there are many companies with don't pick the trash, but
Recycling.
Por exemplo, nós temos lá empresas que, por exemplo, têm parceria com a nossa associação que nós pegamos no lixo, mas eles pegam no lixo e dão-lhe uma nova vida.
So Alvaro explaining that he's a leader of the Job and Health Association. We have some partnerships with some companies, and the companies go to his associations to pick the trash.
Yeah.
And then instead of
the companies not pick, but boost the trash for example, my shoes, the sole is recycling from microplastics. The micro is more problematic than macro because the microplastics go to CSI and in the fishing it's the micro and us hits the fish with the microplastic is the cycle. Yeah. So the most important thing is canalize the trash in not the trash is not não é para ir para a lixeira, não convém ir para a lixeira, mas sim
to go to the dump store, but to go
to the companies to recycle and reuse it for a new life of the trash. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, some administrative things for tomorrow morning, very important. Tonight we have a Romanian traditional night. So